Namo Doi Savariyantanam, Namo Doi Savaridanam, Namo Doi Savayiriyanam, Namo Doi Savajayanam, Namo Doi Savatrikavati Savanam, Omkaramindu Sanyupantam Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Okshadam Jai Omkaraya Namo, Manganam Bhagavanayo, Manganam Uttamami, Mangalam Kunkundari, Ujendram Bhusamangalam Namasanari Sada, Svanubhutya Jathasti, Svahai Bhavaya Sarvaha, Vibhava Niyasanidata.
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Arantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aharyanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ujjayanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Eso Panchanamukaro Sarvapava Pranasam Manglalancha Sarvasing Padamam Hoy Manglam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dhyayanti Yoginam Kamadam Moksudam Shaiva Omkaraya Namo Nama Nama Samay Saraya Swanu Bhutya Chakasate Chit Sabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Agnana Timira Andanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksurun Militam Yana Tasmai Sri Guruve Nama Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavantavarto Omkarana Jinano Jayavantavarto Jinana Samo Sarana Sau Jayavantavarto Ne Tirthachara Jagama Jayavantavarto Namo Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangarotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarno Kundano Dvani Divyano Jina Kunda Dvaniyapya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupama Gati Pamel Sarve Siddhane Vande Kaho Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Pravrata Are Om Eka Shuddha Sada Arupi Jnana Darshanamaya Khare Kayanyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matra Nathi Are Jamane Tratema Jagnana Nathi Karaka Nathi Vedaka Are Jane Jakarmodaya Nirajara Bandhatema Jamokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Sri Suddhatmane Namaha. Jai Jinendra. So today is January 26, 2016. This is our class on basic Jainism, and we are talking about substance, dravya. We are just talking the very, very basic thing, just the dravya only, substance only. And last week we saw that there are several benefits we get it since by knowing substance alone. So here, what are those benefits that we talked about? And today we are just going to quickly revise those things and then keep going forward. Slide, so the currency. One second, okay. Share the screen, share screen. Okay. Can you see this slide? Yes, right? Can somebody tell me? You see the slide, right?
No.
I mean, you don't see the slide right now?
Now I can see it.
Oh, you can see. Okay. So now we just quickly summarize what we know about knowing the soul substance. So what we just said that first, we just said we just get the grandeur about the self. Who am I? I'm full of so many attributes, so many modes and all those things. And we talk in greater detail about it. So I feel grandeur about my own self. That's the first benefit I get it. Second thing, certain associations like body is mine, house is mine, car is mine, that kind of idea gets disappeared. We get dissociated from those ideas. Then one ends up knowing the process from the right faith all the way to the liberation. What's the process? Simply know the soul substance. Not only knowing the soul substance and then putting my faith on the soul substance. Now, how will I be able to put the faith if I don't know who am I? So knowing the soul substance is pretty important. It's a basic important thing. That place the noise is coming. So can you please, I think Gitaben, probably is it yours? Can you put it mute, please? One ends up knowing the process from the right faith. How will I get the right faith? How will I get the right faith? Only when I know who am I. Again, the noise is still coming. So, okay. If you can keep yourself mute, then the lots of noise, lots of noise. So I know who I am. I know who I am. That means I know the soul, me as a soul, eternal soul substance. Once I know it, then I put faith on it. Once I put faith on it, that's called samadarshan. That's called right faith. That's called enlightenment. That's called self-realization. Once I have that one, then I keep getting engrossed in myself, getting engrossed and more engrossment. And finally, I get stuck into my engrossment phase of my eternal soul substance, and that's called liberation. So, simply by knowing the soul substance, we have not scratched the surface even. And here Acharya Bhagavan says, you can get liberation. One ends up knowing how many attributes he has it. His association with the alien objects come to an end. I am full of infinite attribute. If I am the soul, I have the infinite attribute. You are the soul, you have infinite attribute, and so everybody else. Every soul has infinite attribute. Not only soul, every substance of the universe, like matter, medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time. Every one of those substances have infinite attribute and same number of attributes. They're different kinds. They're different kinds depending on what that substance is. But number of attributes will be same. That's what I end up knowing. He ends up knowing how attributes are residing in the soul. Not only he knows that there are infinite attributes within, but I also end up knowing how these attributes are residing. Means attributes are the substance, substance is attributes. If I take the attributes out, then substance will come out. So substance and attributes are integral part of each other, and they are indivisible visible form, and so they remain together. A given attribute cannot scatter away from the soul substance, and I cannot add any more attribute in the soul substance. No other substance can pull attribute away from me, because attribute and soul substance are integral part of each other. So that way I end up knowing that one also. And last one, when we talk a little bit detail last week, and again we have not, probably we did not scratch the surface of all that thing that we talked last week, but it just gives me, by having the faith directed to the eternal source substance, there is end of 5-phase transmigration. Pancha Paravartan comes to an end. Substance phase transmigration, space phase transmigration, time phase phase migration, the realms of existent phase transmigration, and my inclination phase transmigration. Dravya, Kshetra, Kal, Bhav, and Bhav Paravartan comes to an end. I am, since eternity, I am wandering in this transmigratory cycle. And just for the, what that eternity is, we tried to explain last week, that 5-phase transmigration means it's an absolute eternity time in which I went to Omniscient Lord's assembly of preaching, Samosaran, infinite times in the past. Not only once, not only twice, infinite times. There are infinite 24 sets of Tirthankar Bhagwan occurred in the past. And so it just gives you vastness of the time, how much time I have passed so far. As a soul, how long am I existing? And you know what? Whatever time that I'm existing from point X to point Y, that time is infinite right now. How much is a future time is remaining? Infinite time, that infinite. So it is just gives you real vastness of time experience to us. So once I know my eternal soul substance, those 5-phase transmigration come to an end. Why? Because I knew the eternal soul substance, means I knew myself, means I directed faith to my eternal soul substance. First, I knew who the soul substance is. Then I put the faith on it. Then I get experience of it. Once I get experience, then my transmigratory cycle almost comes to an end within absolute near future. 1, 3, 5, or 15 life, and I'll be out of this transmigration. SDS, I understand really what spiritual development stages are there. If I understand eternal soul substance, if just simply I understand eternal soul substance, then I put faith in it. When I put faith in it, when I experience my soul substance, that's a 4th spiritual development stage. Once I start get engrossed within and I get settled in that engrossment, ultimately I end up getting liberation. That means my spiritual developmental stage 1 to 14 comes to an end. 5 reasons for karma bondage also goes away. Mithyatva, avirati, pramad, kasha, yog. 5 reasons for karma bondage. Wrong faith, vowlessness, carelessness, toxic emotions, and yoga. All the 5 reasons for karma bondage, they come to an end because now I don't bind any karma. Because I get the right faith. And from right faith, enlightenment, I progress and I go, the soul gets liberation. So this karma bondage, they also get disappeared. He is now considered among with the 5 supreme beings. What are those 5 supreme beings? Aryan, Siddh, Acharya, Upadhyaya, Sadhu. So I'll be considered among with those 5 supreme beings. That's the reason when we do the Mangalacharan, if you hear it carefully, what it says, Om Namo loe sarva trikal varti aryantanam. I bow down to the Arihant from the past, present, and future of this cosmic space. Wherever these Arihants are there, whether they were in the past, they are now, or they'll be in the future, I bow down to them. Namo loe sarva trikal varti siddhanam. Namo means I bow down. Loe means the cosmic space. Sarva means trikal varti means past, present, and future. Siddha Bhagwan, I bow down to them. Namo loe sarva trikal varti ayaryanam. In this cosmic space, past, present, and future, Acharya Bhagwan, I bow down to them, and same is for Upadhyaya, same is for Sadhu. Here, important thing, the last point over here, this point. What is the importance of that point? In the sense, I'm not the Aryan Siddha Acharya Upadhyaya Sadhu of the past. I'm not the Aryan Siddha Acharya Upadhyaya Sadhu of the present, but am I going to be the Aryan Siddha Acharya Upadhyaya Sadhu of the future or not? Definitely I will be. If I have my omniscient Lord, if I have the faith on my omniscient Lord, if I have the faith on the scripture that was created by first disciple of the omniscient Lord, so I digest the scripture, and whatever the questions I come across, then the enlightened true monks and enlightened personality, they solve my problem, they solve my questions. So all those things I have come to know from Aryan, Guru, and Shastra. Now, if I understood, then I'm going to act on it. And if I act on it, that means I get right faith and then ultimately liberation. So I'll be one of the 5 supreme beings. There was one Panditji. The story is that scripture says 6 months and 8 samay. 6 months plus 8 samay. In that time duration, 608 souls, they go to moksha from this cosmic space. They could be anywhere. They go to moksha. 6 months and 8 samay, and 608 souls, they go to moksha. And this Pandit says, no, that's not true. Somebody says, wait a second, what do you mean it's not true? This is the scripture says over here. He says, yes, scripture says, but I just say only 607 souls, they go to moksha. Why? Because I'm the 8th one, I'm going to go. So that kind of confidence, I have to have it. And that is happening just by simply knowing the soul substance. If we have not known Samaysar, we have not studied any Pravachansar, we did not know any Vyavarnai, Nishchaynai, absolute point of view, conventional, I don't know anything about, I just know the soul substance, that I can get all these things. Very first step, Acharya Bhagavan says, because you put the foot in the right direction, I know that you are going to get liberation for sure. He puts that kind of onus on us. Will I make that teacher become disappointed? He said that I'm going to get Samyak Darshan, so I have to work at it. So this is the benefits we get just simply knowing soul substance. We are not going to attribute, we are not going to the modes, we are not going to different parameters. One simple thing. So having said that, now we change our gears. We know the soul substance. We knew the benefit about it. Now, the soul and attributes, are they indivisible in nature or with divisions? Remember, I said that if we take the attribute out, the soul will come out. Soul and attributes are indivisible. So now, why we are raising this question, whether soul and attributes are indivisible or with divisions? Well, let's see. Remember, perspective is very, very important aspect. Jainism goes into perspective phase. Jainism says any sentence given, you have to understand from what perspective that sentence is coming. Me as a kid, Gosalia, the son. My father's perspective is there. Me, kid, Gosalia, as father. And my children's perspective is there. So we have to understand the perspective. So this question is thrown for us to open up our horizon to understand the multiplicity point of view. So let's see what it says over here. They are in both forms. Wait a second. Until now, just now, 5 minutes back, we are saying that soul and attributes are indivisible. And now we are saying they are in both forms. They are with divisions too. Yes. What perspective you are using it? So what is it? From name, number, characteristics, and purpose perspective, they are separate in nature. Next slide will tell us. Right now, let's just keep that one only right now in mind. Now, considering from the area, space point, and time perspective, they are having indivisibility. The two perspectives we are using, from the name, number, characteristics, and purpose perspective, they are separate. From area, space point, and time perspective, they are having indivisibility. So divisions and indivisibility depends from what angle we are talking about it. So now we would like to know how all this means, how all those things means. Name, number, characteristic, purpose, perspective, area, space, and time. So we are opening the new chapter right now. That's our crux of the discussion for today. So first we just say divisibility. What did divisibility say? So name, number, characteristic, purpose, perspective, they are divisions in nature. They are separate in nature. So now we are going to take divisibility, separateness. How? Name. From name section, they are separate because one is known as a soul substance and other is known as its attributes. So just from name perspective. Next week, when we go to the attributes, we'll know a lot more about attribute. We are looking at the soul. We are dissecting soul right now and try to understand from different angles that what this soul substance, eternal soul substance is. My dissection of this soul substance will let me know exactly what it is. I was in medical school and there was a dissection. What nerve goes where? What is its distribution? So then patient comes to my office and says, I have these 2 fingers having a tingling and numbness. These 2 fingers, for example, ring finger and little finger, and part of this finger. So when this thing is there, I know right away from my dissection stage that, oh, the nerve, median nerve coming at the elbow probably has a problem, or the median nerve coming out from the cervical spine possibly has a problem. Sir, I have pain here and tingling here. Yes, I know what you're talking, but I know the root cause is here in the elbow or in the neck. So here also, when I know the soul substance with its dissection and every part of it I dissect it out, then I know what that soul is. That means whenever somebody says soul, and right away I will know it. So from name perspective, the two are separate. One is called soul substance, one is called attributes. One is called dravya, one is called gun. Okay, not a big deal. All right. So they are different divisions. Okay, I can accept that. Number perspective. What is the number perspective here? Soul substance as a whole is one only. Me as a soul is one. I have my own unique identity which was present when I was in the lowest form of life in Nigod, or when I was one sense, water body, air body, earth body, fire body, plant body, all those places, I was a soul as a one soul substance. I was one alone. Now I'm human being. Tomorrow I may go to hell or heaven, or I'm in my personal effort, I may end up going to moksha. All those things, my soul will be one and one and one only, will maintain its individuality, whether it's in the lowest form of life in Nigod, or whether it is in the Siddha Sila, adobe of Siddha, that he is become Siddha, liberated soul. Liberated soul, they are infinite, liberated souls are there, but each one maintains its own identity. If you and me get liberated in the near future, then we will reside along with Mahavir, along with Rishabdev, along with Parshnath. We will maintain our own identity. There are certain philosophies, they say that you just merge into the great identity. Means I put all my efforts and I just get merged into some higher entity. So I lose my individuality, I lose my identity. To lose my identity, do I do all this work? No, I maintain my identity. So soul substance is one, no matter where it is. And as we talk about attributes, they are infinite, times infinite, times infinite, times infinite, times in. Remember those 5 infinites we put it in? So that many attributes are infinite in nature. Whether I'm in the lowest form of life in Nigod, or I'm human being, 5 sense sentient being, or I'm the plant life, or I'm the subhuman life, or I'm the animal life, or I'm the celestial life, or I'm the infernal life, or I could be liberated soul as a Siddha. I will have those infinite attributes with me forever. They were there before forever, and they will stay with me forever. So number perspective, soul substance is one, attributes are infinite in nature, right? Okay, that makes sense. Third one, characteristics. What's a characteristic? Substance means collection of attributes. Very first day, the Swadhyaya we had it, we talked about it, that what is substance? Substance is collection of all the attributes. Infinite attributes are present, and that's it. For example, I have a flower. I have a rose flower in front of me, and the petals are there. If I take petals out, there's no more rose. Rose was named as rose because there are lots and lots of petals present. Substance is known as substance because there are infinite attributes residing within. Theoretical past possibility, if we take infinite attributes out, collection of attributes out, there's no more soul. Soul is kind of administrator present within this all infinite attribute. Or soul is present with this infinite attribute to maintain their existence. So there are no attributes, there are no substance. So what's the definition of substance? What's the characteristics of substance? Substance means collection of attributes. That's it. Okay. Now, what are the attributes? What's the characteristics of attribute? Attribute is the one which stays in all parts of the substance and in all condition of a substance. I have a knowledge attribute. That knowledge attribute is present in each and every innumerable space point of the soul substance. This knowledge attribute's presence is there in each and every innumerable space point of the soul substance. So attribute is one which stays in all parts of the substance. All part means all the innumerable space point of the substance. And also in all the condition of the substance. I was in the lowest form of life, Nigod. Attributes were present. I was one sense life, water body, air body, fire body, plant body, earth body. All the attributes were present in the soul. I was in the hell. All the attributes are present. This soul was there in the Devlok, in the heaven. All the attributes are present. I am in the inclination of attachment phase. All the attributes are present. I am in the inclination of aversion phase. All the attributes are present. I am in anger, deceit, ego, greed state. All the so that means all the condition of the soul attributes are hanging around. So that's those two characteristics, two definitions of the substance and attribute we made it. So that means substance is separate and attributes are separate. That kind of feeling we are getting right now because we just talk about divisibility. So divisibility is present. Okay, all right. Now we just say, but what is the indivisibility then? Since last 4 or 5 or 6 classes, we talk about soul is indivisible, soul is indivisible. How is that indivisibility perceived? So, that perceived in the sense, from the area perspective, soul has a substance and its infinite attributes spread through the same area, means innumerable space point. This room is so much square feet. This light bulb is throwing light in each and every space point of this room. All the attributes are present in each and every space point of the soul. So soul as a substance also occupies the same innumerable space point, and attributes are also spreaded through the innumerable space point of the soul substance. So from that perspective, from area perspective, there is indivisibility. Wherever there is soul, there is attribute. Wherever there are attributes, there is soul. When we talk soul, primarily now we are changing our gear from word substance. Now we are using word soul. Soul and substance we are interchanging so far right now, because my important thing is medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time and matter are not important. I am the one which is important. So when we talk substance, it's me. I'm talking about me. Samay Sar. Samay means substance. A given substance. When Sar means the most important out of all those 6 substances, and that is a soul. So here, soul resides in an innumerable space point, and infinite attributes also reside in the same space. So there is indivisibility perspective that we are seeing over here. Then space point perspective. Substance occupy innumerable space points, and so are the attributes. So this area, for example, innumerable space point comes in both. So let's talk a little bit more about it here. Hold it. Okay. Area means this soul substance has innumerable space point means there is a contractility and expansion property in the soul, and as a result, when soul goes into the elephant's body, those innumerable space points will become large, they will expand, and so all the souls, all the area occupied by the elephant soul will have that much area to cover. And at that time, all the attributes also will spread through the same area of the elephant's body. The same soul now goes to the ant's body. What happens there? Ant is small, teeny tiny. And so when ant is small, then contractility of the innumerable space point occur, and so area becomes small, and so area becomes small, so soul occupies small area, so attributes also occupy the same small area. That means area perspective. Here, now we are talking space point perspective. Those space, one more point. 3 samai prior to the liberation of some soul in the 13th spiritual development stage, they will still have 3 samai are remaining, and some more karma needs to be taken out. So soul expands. This soul with the innumerable space point expands and touches the every area of the universe. It's called Kevali Samudgat. And at that time, it just removes all the remaining karma, then it contracts again, and then comes back to the same position that was there. So that means area. Area can be lowest form of life called nigod, or an ant, or an elephant, or it can also spread to the whole cosmic space also. So that's the area. Wherever the area, yes.
Can you say it again? How you explain that?
Okay. The soul has a capacity to contract and to expand. That is the inherent characteristics of the soul substance. And because of that thing, this soul, when it is in a nigod, as a nigod, it will be even electron microscope also won't be able to detect that size. It is seen, perceived only by Omniscient Lord, who has described about nigod's jiv. In one cell, I have to give the definition of that one. Let's talk this thing on the side. If you take a needle, on the top of the needle, you take a piece of underground vegetables like potato. So how much part it will come on the top of a needle? Teeny tiny smallest part will be there. Acharya Bhagwan and Tirthankar Bhagwan and Omniscient Lords have said that in that teeny tiny piece that you see with your eyes, there are innumerable bodies are present in that piece of potato. Out of those innumerable bodies, you take one body. Out of those innumerable bodies, you take one body. Remember, innumerable bodies means there could be 10 raised to 49 and beyond. Those kind of unnatural numbers are thrown into this scripture. You said, I don't believe it. Well, too bad, because once you become omniscient, then you will know those things. Omniscient Lord has seen, omniscient Lord has perceived, omniscient Lord has given description about those things, and that's why we know it. So on top of the needle, the teeny tiny piece has innumerable bodies, and in one body of that one cell, let's take it one cell, in one cell, one body, the infinite amount or infinite numbers of nigod living beings are living there. So if I'm one of those nigod jiv, then also my soul occupies the teeny tiny area, and in the same one, all the infinite attribute also will occupy the same area. Now I become an elephant. Sure, my expansion property of the soul, that means soul will expand all the way to all the parts of the elephant's body. And in the last part, when the soul obtains nirvana, and in some soul, the only 6 samays are remaining to become nirvana, to become liberated. There are certain karma particles are still not liberated, not discarded from the body, from the soul's perspective. So this soul becomes huge. This soul expands all the way and touches all this cosmic space of the cosmic space. And at the time, it discards all the karma particles, and then it contracts and come back to the same size as a last human being, and then that soul gets liberated. So what I'm trying to say, we are over here talking about area which was extremely minuscule, to the microscopic, to the small like an egg, to bigger like an elephant, and all the way up to the cosmic space also. That area soul can occupy. And with that thing, infinite attributes also can occupy the same thing. That's what the point is. Now here, next point, it says, yes.
Darshan Bolo. So
Yeah.
when જ્યારે તમે area અને infinite attributes refer કરો છો, then in this area, can I refer to the part of that, or the area cannot be part? I cannot refer the part of the area.
No, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Okay.
See, this is my iPad, right? So it covers whole area. There is, of course, it can have different parts. My body, my hand is here, my head is here, my leg. So there could be separate things. But as a body, as a human being, I'm the whole one. Same way, this soul, when it's in a nigod jiv, it's a whole complete soul is that occupying that area, and so are the infinite attributes occupy the same area.
Okay. And the potato example.
Yes.
So when you refer to the body, is it a soul, or it's a? So when you refer to the body, can I refer as a soul, that body, and then inside that soul there is the infinite soul inside the soul?
Okay. Let's say that I'm the soul in the I'm the soul with my body in a quote unquote potato right now. So I'm the body. Wherever my body is, every area of my body has a soul present. If there is a thorn went in my heel, I will say ouch. If I pull my hair out, I'll say ouch. And if the surgeon puts my knife on me, I'll just say ouch. So soul is occupying same as the body, whether it is present in a nigod or in an ant or in human being or elephant or everywhere. So all the transmigratory living being has a physical body, and so the soul will occupy that physical body. Will make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So there is not part of it. Everything together. Soul is together, and infinite attributes hangs around together. Okay. Same thing now. Second point says space point. How much substance occupies Substance occupies innumerable space points. Now, we are not talking expansion or contraction. Number-wise, we are talking. How many number of space point soul occupies? Soul occupies innumerable space points, period. In the first one, we just described that there is also expansion and a contraction capacity. Here, we are not taking that into, we just said space point. So, soul substance occupies innumerable space point, and so are the attributes. This is true for every living creature. Nigod to Siddha Bhagwan, everybody has an innumerable space point, and so their attributes are also occupying same space point. Then third one comes time. Soul is present since time infinite and will remain forever in the time in the future. Similarly, attributes are also present eternally. There was not a time in which soul was there and the attributes were not there, or vice versa. When the soul is there, means attributes are present. When attributes are present, means soul is present. So from area perspective, from space point perspective, from time perspective, there is indivisibility that we know in the soul substance. Remember, we are dissecting right now soul substance, and we try to know from all different angles, because remember, we keep on saying, have your faith directed to eternal soul substance. If I don't know what the soul substance is, where will I do my attention drawn to? If let's say that everybody is doing meditation, so I sat down also. Everybody closed. I'll give you funny thing. In 1977, yes, 1977, I was in Boston, and there was summertime. 1978 probably, whatever. Summertime, Chitra Bhanuji came in Boston, and then he said, I'm going to teach meditation to everything. Everybody's sitting over here. And I said, oh, yeah, go ahead, you know. I didn't believe anything at the time. So he says, close your eyes and deep breathe in and out and everything. I keep my eyes open and see who is breathing, who is not breathing, who is doing what. So, you know, I mean, I was so funny at the time. I didn't believe all the things. But now I believe what the soul is. Now I understand what the soul is from area perspective, space point perspective, time perspective, name perspective, character, all those way. Now I know the soul. So if I'm going to do meditation, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So here, soul is present since time infinite in the past and will remain for time infinite in the future. Similarly, attributes are also present in time infinite in the past and will remain for time infinite in the future. Soul and attributes and soul are indivisible nature. They cannot get separated out. So now we knew from both the perspective. So now we are just taking another chapter right now. What is the characteristics of a substance, dravya ka lakshan. Now, this one perspective I'm just going to talk about basically from Tattvad Sutra chapter 5 verse 29. If you just happen to know those things, then you will just know, because it gives the definition of substance from probably one more angle. Remember, all the Acharya Bhagwan, they talk about substance. All the different Acharya gives different way presentation. And we have to understand what point they want to drive at. Do I understand what they are trying to say? So I have to understand about the soul substance. So what's the characteristic of a substance? And when we say substance, this is in general, but again, we will be referring time after about soul only. But this is true for all the substances. Remember, our topic is a substance right now. That substance could be soul, it could be matter, it could be medium of motion, medium of rest, space or time. Any of the 6 substances could be there. They have these characteristics. What is it? Sat Dravya Lakshanam. Sat Dravya Lakshanam is a characteristics of a substance. Now, what does it mean? Sat means eternal. Sat means existence. Sat means existence. Dravya means substance. So substance exists. How long? How long substance exists? That sat, that existence is eternal in nature. Sat. Have you heard the name? Lots of time they describe soul and they say Satchidanand. Satchidanand. Sat, Chit, Anand. Sat means eternal existence. One with the eternal existence. Soul substance with the eternal existence. That's a Sat. Chit means knowledge and perception attributes. And Anand means a supersensuous bliss. So substance, the soul substance with eternity, having knowledge, having perception, having bliss, that is me. That's why I'm Satchidanand. So when we read these words and everything, we have to understand the meaning of those things. And then it becomes really, really new thing. When we talk to somebody and he says, oh, Satchidanand, some of the religious congregation, they will greet each other with a Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand. But do you know what Jai Satchidanand means? We are talking, Sat means eternal existence. Dravya means substance. Lakshana means characteristics. Characteristics of a substance is eternal existence. We have taken the class with the other class, Wednesday class. We have taken 6 common attributes and we had talked about eternal existence in great detail. We will be talking that one as the time comes. But right now, Dravya means substance, has eternal existence. That's why it is called substance. That's the first definition. Second one. Eternal existence is with origination, cessation, and constancy. Utpat Vyay Dhruv Yuktam Sat. First one, it says Sat. First one, it says Sat over here. First one, it says Sat. Sat means eternal existence. Now, what is that Sat? What is that eternal existence made up of? And then it says, that Sat, that Sat is made up of, oh, come on. That Sat that we just see just above, that is made up of Utpat Vyay Dhruv Yuktam Sat. Yuktam Sat means this eternal existence that we talk in this first bullet, that is having characteristics. This eternal existence has characteristics. One more, what is it? It's with the origination, cessation, and constancy. What does that mean? If I can understand Utpat Vyay Dhruv Yuktam Sat, we are far, far, far ahead in the game in this Jain philosophy. Eternal soul substance is there forever and ever and ever. Gold is a gold in the dust, in the mind, in the ornaments, in the purification process, in the pure form of gold. Gold is a gold all the time. Soul is a soul when it was in a nigod, when it's a first 1 cent, 1 to 5 cents, or this soul gets liberated and becomes Siddha Bhagavan. That means soul is a soul, having eternal existence. But this eternal existence is along with origination, cessation, and constancy. What does that mean? That means this soul substance is present, having the modes, modification paryay. And those modifications, they arise and they disintegrate. They originate and they disintegrate. That constant process going on in that eternal soul substance. Ocean is there forever. In that forever ocean is ocean. But when I'm sitting on the beach, then I see the waves come and break. Waves originates and waves cease to exist. Waves come and they go, come and go, come and go. Constant changes occurring in the ocean. The wave got originated from the ocean, came to the beach, then it broke, then again it got absorbed into the ocean. Same way, this eternal substance, whether it could be matter, medium of motion, medium of space, time, or soul, or any of the souls, or any of the six substances, every moment, just like that ocean, the mode originates and modes disintegrates. Next समय, another mode originates, that mode disintegrates. Another, that keeps on going and going and going and going forever. And while that origination cessation going on, there is also constancy is maintained. Why the waves are coming and breaking, ocean is existent there, constant. Same way here, I am the soul substance. And I have the origination and cessation for time infinite. I was in the lowest form of life, Nigod, and then 1 sense and 2 sense and 3 sense and 4 sense and sentient 5 sense being right now. I have it. So I have lots of realms of existence, lots of gati got originated and ceased to exist. Origination, cessation, origination, but soul substance remain constant. So I'm born right now, 68 years back. And in the near future, or whatever future, I die. Means my mode comes to, my originating mode get ceased to exist. But me as a soul substance constant, I'm not dead. Just association with the body got dissociated. This important thing is very important to understand, because this makes Jain philosophy way separate from other philosophies, other Indian philosophies. In some philosophies, they say soul having eternal existence, soul doesn't do anything, period. It just stays like a rock, present, nothing else. No, this rock type of soul is present over here, constancy, but at the same time, this constancy is there, but at the same time, that also changes occurring in the soul substance in the form of origination and cessation. So changes are occurring within me. Kripalu Dev, Srimad Rajchandra ji wrote down that stanza. What did he say? He says, Baladivai Trananu Gnan Ekane Thai. Means I was born, one newborn baby, 1 day old baby, 1 month old baby, 6 months old baby, toddler, went to pre-KG, KG, first to 11th grade, thereafter college, everything. All those time, me, Kirit remains a constant. Changes occur. Childhood to adulthood to old, everything occurred. But again, me as a constant, this constancy remain with me. This is the real essence of the Jain philosophy. Remember, we are talking dravya only, we are talking substance only, we are not scratch any other detail of all those things. But gradually, Acharya Bhagavan really taking us to abyss that there is no way out. Because it becomes deeper and deeper. more and more interesting when we know more. Then third definition comes and it says,
Dravya शब्द नसोच्योस्.
huh?
Sentence, second sentence માં
Dravya.
ઉત્પાદ ગઈ દ્રવ્ય.
Dravya એટલે dhruv. Dravya એટલે dhruv means constant. Okay. Utpad, origination, vyay, cessation, and dravya means constancy, means permanency, means eternity. એટલે કે દ્રવ્ય eternity છે, દ્રવ્ય permanent છે, દ્રવ્ય substance is forever. At the same time, change is also occurring within the same substance. Some of the non-Jains in the Indian philosophy used to say, you Jains are crazy. How can you say there is origination, cessation, and how can it be that constancy? They are to be explained that we are talking the same substance which is constant is the reason that he creates he acquires the karma today, and he is the one to get the fruition of this act that he is doing right now. So there is nobody else is getting suffering. I did a good thing, I will get a good fruition of karma. I did bad thing, I'll get a bad fruition of karma. I am the reason. One of the US presidents said, buck stops at me. I am the final stage. I am the reason for my problem. Nobody else is to be blamed. Third point, it said that there is a gun parya yuktam sat. Now, this is the same definition. Constancy, if we take substance and also its attribute, then it's called gun. And origination, cessation, then we call as a parya. So, gun parya yuktam sat. Sat means eternal existence. So, eternal existence is with attributes and modes. This is constancy, and this is origination and cessation. So, that eternal existence, which is sat, which is characteristics of a dravya. So, eternal existence is characteristic of a substance which has attributes and modes. Acharya Bhagwan wants to tell you from different angle. So, when one says first definition, then remaining two are present in it, and all these three definitions are intermingled. They mean the same, that soul, substance is eternal, having infinite attributes as eternal, and modes are originating and cessation in nature, so they are transient in nature. So, soul is permanency with transitoriness nature included. That's what it means. And this one came from Tattvat Sutra, chapter 5, verse 29. Tattvat Sutra is written by Acharya Umaswati ji close to about 2000 years back. And any Jain, you talk about it, he or she says, yes, I believe Tattvat Sutra. And every Jain, whether Digambar, Swetambar, Sthanakvasi, Therapanthi, Srimadracha, whatever Jains are, they all believe in Tattvat Sutra, and this is the basic definition for substance given there. Any questions so far? We already went over the time, I'm sorry, but if there's question, we can entertain.
Uncle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question નથી, પણ હવે મારે ઘણી વાર છે ને વચ્ચે છૂટી જાય છે, અને મને ઘણી વાર છે ને તકલીફ એ પડે છે કે ઇંગ્લિશમાં હોય ને એના કરતા મને ગુજરાતી હોય ને તો વધારે ઈઝી પડે. તો તમારી પાસે કોઈ આપણે ગુજરાતી ડિક્શનરી કે જૈન ડિક્શનરી જેવું છે કે જેમાંથી હું ખાલી બધા જે જરૂરિયાતના વર્ડ ખાલી એટલીસ્ટ લઈ શકું તો મને અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ વધારે સારી મળે?
I have a dictionary that I made about 350 words, 350 pages. So send me your email and I'll just send it out. Send me the email and then I'll send it out, that copy to you right away.
Okay. Okay.
So that's Gujarati words with the English meaning. They are there. So, you know, you'll be able to get it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Peter. It's very good. Okay, all right. So we'll just do. I was trying to finish this one today, but we just did not finish. So it's okay. As long as we have understanding going on, as long as we know that I'm getting a sound footing of the very first thing as a dravya, very first thing as a substance, I can understand. If I have that sound footing occurs, then the building that we are going to build on it will be a strong. It will be earthquake proof. It will remain forever, and it will make us to go to the next stage of spiritual development stage, and ultimately to the liberation. Because we are very fortunate for our true teachers. Gurudev Kanji Swami gave all this explanation in greater detail to all us mundane soul. We are extremely thankful for him. We are extremely thankful for Kunkun Swami, who originally wrote down all the scriptures and everything. And if there's any question coming, you can also send me by the email also. And yes, I mean, this dictionary, I'll send it out. And we are in the process of putting everything online also. But right now, I'll send it out to you, okay? Suje lokalo, Swami pustaka namo, Savade kahuda. No one will comment. Jai Jinendra, everybody. Thank you very much. And we'll meet next week again, and we'll continue the discussion. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Kirit
Jai Janandra, accurate uncle. Thank you.
bhai.
Yeah.
I have downloaded book Dravyana Yoga. I think Uma Swati's book માંથી અમુક question છે. એમાં દ્રવ્યનું યોગ ઉપર બધું લખ્યું છે.
Well, there are four. Let me just put the. Hold it, okay. I'll put the recording off and then.
મેં જૈન લાઇબ્રેરીમાંથી ડાઉનલોડ કર્યું હતું.